Hey Floss Tube, it is Saturday, December 30th. Holy cow, why do I have so much trouble with the date? Welcome. Do you guys think I got trapped in Vegas and couldn't get away? Wow. I tried like 3 times while I was out there filming more videos. And something happened every time. Some people got real rowdy in the hall one of the times and other stuff, so I just deleted them all. Last Saturday I came out here and recorded a video. One time was all I had in me. It was probably a horrible video, but when I got in the house I accidentally deleted it. So, like I said, I didn't have it in me to do it again. But I survived Vegas. Made it back. I hope those of you who celebrate had a wonderful holiday. I got some awesome goodies from my postcard pal, Kimberly. I got this sweet little card, and she just wrote the sweetest stuff inside. This needle minder needle threader with the little cat. How cute is that? And great minds thinking alike like they do. When I was in Vegas, I looked at some of these to get for her, but she had made me a needle threader that's pretty awesome. And so I figured, if she can make an awesome one, why does she need another one? Sorry, I'm digging out the one she made me before, because today I was stitching and here it is. I don't know if you can see probably not, the wire in there. This morning I was stitching and I got my thread too short. I couldn't get my needle to run it back under, you know. And I had seen somebody post on Facebook where they used one of these, and you put the thread between those two, just like you would thread a needle, but you run it under your threads when you've let your thread get too short. You run it under the stitches and put your thread through there and pull it through to bind it off. How freaking brilliant is that? Seriously, I love you people who are so smart that come up with these wonderful ideas. I don't understand how people's brains work like that. They're freaking brilliant. I come up with ideas all the time, but I'm pretty sure that Dax would tell you they're not brilliant. I don't have it in me. And then this Lizzie Kate coffee. How cute is that? It's called Coffee Crazy. But look, it's got the 3 different... Those are so cute. Definitely those. And then Little House Needleworks. Look at this one. Got to do that. That's just awesome. Isn't that awesome? Isn't she wonderful? So that was really great to get in the mail. I have, last weekend I only had it in me to get through my video one time. You're getting the best of what my voice has to offer right now. I've been sick for a little over 2 weeks since not long after we got back from Vegas. I think I caught something from somebody on the plane, but it's about noon right now. I don't have a voice when I wake up in the morning, and starting at about 5 o'clock or 6 in the afternoon, it leaves me again, so I have to catch it while I can. I'm pretty sure Dax is enjoying the fact that it comes and goes. But anyway, so a lot happened while we were in Vegas that was after I did my video. I know I told y'all about Dax catching the one lady. Well, one day he was going, he'd been at the room and he was going back down. It was during a break in class, and he was going back down to class. And a lady we were on the 9th floor in front of the elevators right there. A lady had fallen, and there was another lady with her, but she couldn't even help get her up. The woman couldn't help herself get up, and the other lady Dax actually thought she knew them, that they knew each other, but we found out later that they didn't. But he went and found the house phone and had them send medical help up and got the lady up into a bench that was there, like where the elevators are and stuff. And then the other lady said that she would wait with her. But we found out later they took her off in an ambulance, so who knows what's wrong. I told him that the women were really falling for him on this trip, right? Right? We met some people while we were out there, hung out with them a few evenings. On the first evening, Dax and I we ran into a guy we know out there who always gives us all these free drink coupons. So we were there drinking probably way too much. Okay, there's no probably to it. It was way too much. And these other people, well, they were kind of standing back, and this place is, after the radio gets out, they have an after party with a live band and everything at this bar. So it gets really, really crowded. And I had told them, if you're going to get a drink, if you want a drink, you got to get up here to the bar. And so we started talking to them, and then other people came up and kind of joined in on our group. We stayed there until 4 freaking o'clock in the morning. We had to be at class at 8, yeah. I am way too old. Way too old for 4 a.m. I should have pulled out my player card that says I'm a senior citizen so they would let me go back to the room and go to sleep. Maybe that wasn't so bad of that woman after all. But we had fun. Dax asked me this morning, he's like, did you have a good time in Vegas this year? I said, yeah, why? And he said, that's good because you're never going again because you always get sick. So there you go. He didn't want to go without me. I'm where the party is. Whatever. He and one of the guys in our group almost got in a fight. Not with each other, with some other guy. Somebody was trying to get through with this big cart thing. And the other guy that we were there talking to and stuff tapped this guy on the back and told him, you know, could you move forward a little bit so this guy can get through? Because we were all right where he needed to be. The guy that he tapped on the back flipped out. I mean, he lost his mind. And the guy we were with, Adam, was like, look, I was just trying to help this worker out, you know. And he just turned around. And then Dax went over to tell the guy, you know, sorry, he wasn't trying to do anything, you know. He wasn't trying to provoke you or anything like that. The guy flipped out on Dax. I mean, it was insane. And Dax just rolled his eyes and walked away. If the other couple that we had been hanging out with had been there, there'd have been a fight. The other guy was a working cowboy, and he didn't put up with anything. Yeah. So I guess maybe it's a good thing they left, right? My husband never almost gets in a fight. And he wasn't even the one trying to provoke it. Both of the guys, Adam and Dax, were both just trying to be nice. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't think I told y'all, when Dax, on Sunday, when the classes started and he went downstairs to go to class, I didn't go with that one. It was on communicating with the IRS. He does most of that in our office. Sorry, I get winded easy. It's hard to breathe. He texts, I met him for lunch, and when I get down there, he's like, do I stink? I'm like, no. And he's like, no, seriously, smell me. Do I stink? And so I smell his shirt. I'm like, no, why are you asking me that? And he's like, the guy sitting behind me stinks so bad. I'm sure it's got to be attaching to me. And I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, he is so dirty and smells so bad of BO. Well, then after lunch, I'm back in the room, and he texts me. And he's like, the guy is clipping his toenails during a seminar. And then later he texts me and he's like, oh my God, it wasn't enough. He's clipping his toenails and they're flying everywhere. Now he's digging all the dirt out from under them. Who does that? Oh my God, you're in the middle of a class. Who does that? And then one day some lady pulls out a selfie stick and starts taking pictures of her and the guy next to her in the middle of class with the speaker on stage talking. Really? What is wrong with people? Seriously. Oh my God. When Dax would get out of class, he would go work out there at the hotel, at the gym that they had. But his shorts didn't have pockets, so he wouldn't take a room key. And when he'd get back to the room, he'd knock on the door. And he would be like, your male escort's here, or whatever. And there were people in the hall when he was doing this. That man, I swear. Anyway, I did do some stitching. It was an eventful trip this time. It's usually pretty uneventful, but I guess this time just weird things, you know? Anyway, I did stitch while I was there. I worked on this one, and I moved before, I think this was a Mania start this year. I had moved the M up in here because this drives me nuts. And I'm going to move the DS up in here for that too. So I'm going to have to do some color shifting because this is the same color here as you can see here and here, and it's going to hit some of those. So I'm going to have to shift some colors around. But this is where I am. So I think that this one, I altered the color from what it should be so I can move that color somewhere else. But I think before I was down to right here. I think this is what I worked on the plane on the way home. It's been a few weeks. That's why I keep saying I think, because I'm not really sure anymore. I worked on, this was a free pattern. If you're interested in it, I'll look it up. The website is not in English. I think it's Italian, but I wouldn't swear to that. But I finished it. I didn't finish it according to the pattern. I finished it because that's as much as I'm going to do. It was a piece of scrap fabric, so you can see there's not a lot of room left. And the pattern has like some clouds and stuff up here. And if I put them in, that's going to put me way up here at the edge on the top. So I just decided to leave it just like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I'm going to stitch it up and put it in my not Adele bowl. I worked on this one. This was also a Mania start. I had gotten, it said Brood, and then I had part of the letters, maybe F-R-E is what I had when I started it originally. In the E, I noticed was off a stitch. And I struggled with just leaving it and fudging or pulling it out and fixing it. Because I was like, it won't really show. But then the more I looked at it, I was like, okay, but if I fudge other things, then I'm going to have to figure out where to fudge, what to fudge, and it's going to have to be, you know, it's going to affect the border, it's going to have to be over here. So I just ripped it out. So I kind of had to start back over. I am using a variegated DMC. It's one of them that comes in the boxes, you know. Here's what it looks like at the moment. It's a little tangled because I didn't treat it right. 4205, that's what color it is. So obviously I have not gone through and untangled it. But this is where I am. I got quite a bit done. This is actually part of one of the F's in the EE and the coffee. But I'm liking it, and I'm on both sides here. I am out to the border, so that's as wide as it's going to be. And I'm just using a piece of kind of off-white Ada. I'm going to guess it's probably 14 count. It was just a piece that was from something where I got a bunch of stuff, so I didn't measure it, but it looks like 14 count. I had a new start on the 17th. Oh, look, I got some new scissors, too. Look, aren't those neat? I really like them. They're a good weight. They're nice and sharp, very pointy. My parents are watching again. I'm liking them so far. They're not real flimsy and cheap or any of that. Anyway, on the 17th, this was my new start. Fall Welcome designed by Diane Arthurs from Imaginating Ink. How cute is that? And you know me, I had to make it. It says welcome, right? Anyway, this is what I've gotten done. I know, it's impressive. It's this pumpkin here. So there you go. It's wild, right? And I have worked on my linen and threads piece. I've actually worked on it quite a bit since the last time you saw it. I've gotten, here's where I am. Look at that. Look how far back I have to go. Wait, I can't even fold it just in half anymore. Okay, I finished April all the way across. There's where I am. This is April. I finished it across. So now I am working on, this is May. May starts up here and goes down to here. So all of this is May right here. I think last time I had some of this band done and about half of this little thing, I think. So I've added this, and then I dropped down, and this is June, and no, it won't look like that. I ran out of thread, so I have this little piece to do right there, but I'll wait until I'm doing something in here. And then my hoop was in the way, so it'll come across over there too. But I don't know, I'm liking it, and I thought it was really awesome of the designer to put a T in the B for me. Isn't that nice? Somebody you don't even know does something like that. As if, right? After my trip to Stitcher's Paradise, I was over budget for my Stitch from Stash. I didn't finish anything to bring me maybe to zero. I was $10 over budget after that, and my little cats watching the sunset finish. That put me at $10 negative. But I went shopping, so that didn't help. And I didn't finish anything else, so uh-oh. On eBay, I got this little Lizzie Kate, but that was only $2 or $3. It wasn't a huge deal, but it still is over budget, right? But I made the mistake yesterday of going into Hobby Lobby. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all, in the meantime, I caught 2 more of the cats from the office. One of them had an appointment to be neutered. He's black and white. His name is Tux. He had an appointment to be neutered on the 19th. I caught him on the 18th, him and another little white cat. She's mostly white with gray markings. Her name's Yeti because she hides in the bushes. And I put them out in my garage, which they're still there. But they hid really, really well. Dax and I both looked for him and couldn't find him, so he has not been fixed yet. So, anyway, that puts us, if you're keeping count at home, we've lost some cats here at home. I convinced myself that they went to live with some other people who would be very nice to them. But I'm really kind of afraid that wildlife is the problem. If you can hear my dogs barking, I apologize. I think my neighbor's bull is close to the fence. He likes to hang out close to the fence and make the dogs bark. Anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday for this. This is all I wanted. I wanted one little ornament. That's it. This is my 2017 thread. I took a pencil and stuck it down in the middle and pushed everything up against the sides so there wouldn't be like empty spots and stuff. But anyway, that's all I wanted. That's it. But they have this. They never do this. They had the Christmas 80% off. These were 80% off because I didn't go buy the individual one. I bought a box of 4, so I'm set for 3 more years. They never put the stitchery 80% off, and it was. So I got this one for $4. And it's the kit. This little felt advent calendar, $10. Look at that. Look at all that stuff in there. It's a $50 kit, y'all. I have this bag that's big enough for me to fit in it if I wanted to, because I bought 2 rolls of wrapping paper, and so they crammed everything in this giant, huge bag. They could have given me a smaller bag and just let me carry the wrapping paper. But instead, no. And then these little kits, and they have everything, including the frame. They were $1.40 each. So I got several. I got 4 different ones. But I mean, seriously, come on. Like I said, they never put this stuff for that little. And then I got other stuff. Look at these little bells. They're little Santa's faces. If I can get one where you can see it better. It's got Santa's face on the bell. The top is red for his hat. How cute is that? I'm going to put those on some scissor fobs. In probably 15 or 20 years, if we're honest here. And then I got some little buttons to make needle minders with. Look at the little coffee. How cute are those? And look at that girl. Come on, look at those pigtails. My God. It's freaking adorable. These little snowman faces. And mostly I think that's everything. Like I said, I've got this bag that is ridiculous. That's what it is. Sherry asked me if I wanted to do a stitch along in this one again. You know, I did the Texas stitch along with her and she finished it. It's like, okay, let's start the stitch along. It took me 4 months. It took Sherry like 4 minutes. I don't know. So I'm thinking if I tell her yes on the stitch along, I do at least 2 of them first and then tell her, okay, let's start, so that Sherry can do all 4 and I'll only have 2 to do, and maybe she won't beat me so bad. I know it's a stitch along, it's not a contest, but I only stitch along with Sherry about 2 minutes and then Sherry's done. And then what, right? Okay, I think that's it. I think that's everything. I have not done most of the stitching I showed you. I did in Vegas. I've done that little tiny bit on that pumpkin since the 17th. Because I've been sick. I spent all last weekend, it's Christmas getting ready. The weekend before that, I spent in bed, mostly. I went to bed last night. I hate taking cold medicine. Even if it's non-drowsy, then I can't sleep for, 36 hours. It's ridiculous. And if it's not non-drowsy, I can't stay awake. I went to bed last night at like 8 o'clock, woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. So, yay. So I haven't done a whole lot of stitching. But for Christmas, I gave my kids more lists of floss that I want. So I have a bag of floss that I can add to projects that I'm kitting up that are missing some colors. And I had gotten Dax some stuff. We weren't going to buy gifts for each other. And but I saw some things that I knew he wanted that were small things. I don't think I spent over $25 on this stuff, but I knew he wanted it. And he was like, because he was going to go pick up a couple of things for me. Sorry. Because I did all of my Christmas shopping on the Friday before Christmas when I was sick. And so I had been to the point where I just wanted 2 movies, but I couldn't get somebody to come unlock the case. I had been there like 20 minutes, and it was at the end of the day, and I felt like crud, and I was just done. So he went back on Saturday morning. And because one of the things I got him was a movie that I knew he would want, and he's bad about going in and buying stuff for himself, I told him, when you look around, do not buy anything for yourself. Go get what I've told you to get and nothing else. And so then he texted me later, well, you obviously didn't follow the rules and you've bought something for me. So what do you want? So I can go look, give me some ideas to get you something. And I told him, don't worry about it. You've already bought me something. I'll let you see it tomorrow, which would be Christmas Day, because that's how I operate. For years, I've bought mostly my own presents, and I just tell him, I won't let you see it, and that way one of us will be surprised on Christmas Day. But one of the things I bought was this little case. If you watch Michelle Rudy, Farm Girl Stitcher, is that right? I think so. Farm Girl Michelle Rudy. She painted one of these, and then she did them 2 different ways. She finished them. She had a pattern for some Halloween things that went in there. I don't think I'm going to use it for that. I think I'm just going to pick and choose and put in there whatever I feel like. But anyway, I saw hers, and I wanted one because I want to be like Michelle Rudy. I'm just kidding. I don't want all those animals. She has way too much work on her hands. But I liked the way it looked, so I thought, yeah, I need to copy her. So there you go. So that's one of the things he got me. My mother-in-law gave me a gift, and she's like, what the tag said on it was 2 gifts in one. Because she bought me this cross-stitch kit. Because these colors right here, Dax's little sister is pregnant. I say little sister, she's like 36. I mean, she's his younger sister, but she's not, we don't have teen pregnancy or anything like that going on. It's their first baby, and they're doing the nursery in like this green and gray. It's a little boy. And I know the stuff that she's picked out has giraffes on it, so the elephants should fit in with the little animal theme. So his mom bought me this gift, but I have to make it and then give it away. I gave her a hard time on Christmas. I'm like, who buys somebody a gift they got to give away? But so this is going to be my New Year, new start, and I have to have it done by April when she is due. We're hoping that she holds out until her actual due date, because she is due the last day for filing taxes. So we're hoping she waits and does not have this baby before then. One of the things I had out, I did not round other stuff up because, again, I just don't have it in me. But this was sitting there when I walked by, so I thought I would just grab it. The cat's been sleeping on it, so forgive the cat hair. Lori Mischievous Stitches has gotten some buttermilk basin patterns in wool and all of that. And a few years ago, I was in a kit of the month that they had for little penny mounts. They're like little candle mount size. But this is, I just said a couple of years ago, or a few years, it may have been 3 or 4. And I tried to find them to show you some of the other kits, but I can't find where I've put. They're all in a basket somewhere. I don't know where. Anyway, I've only made like 3, but this is one of the ones that I've gotten done, where the little kit comes with everything, all the wool. It doesn't come with the thread, but it comes with all the wool that you need and the little patterns and everything. So Buttermilk Basin really does have some really cute stuff, so you should check them out if you haven't before. And this is all just simple stitching, and it's with wool, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal. You just tack it down, like with the buttonhole stitch, you know, around the edges or whatever. I guess you can use any stitch you want to. It'd be yours. Anyway, maybe if I find them, I'll show you what some of the others. I would guess that they sell the same ones. If you're interested, look them up on Facebook. On most Fridays, they do a giveaway. So, oh, I'm sorry, I'm dropping stuff. I forgot, this was also in my gift from Kimberly. And look, it's full of candy. And it's full of good candy. I'm not going to lie. And it's out here so that I don't have to share. Because I'm like that. Totally like that. Okay. I think that's all I have. I can feel a horrible coughing fit coming on. So we're going to try to stop now before that happens. Y'all have a really great, I'm looking to see if I missed anything that I wrote down. Y'all have a good week. I will try to be back again in a week. I know it's probably soul crushing for you when I'm not here, and I'm sorry. I hope you survived your holiday without having seen me. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, thank you everyone for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. As usual, I do love it and appreciate it. And as usual, I haven't responded to you like I should because I suck. I think in the coming year, because I don't do New Year's resolutions, I try to pick a word for the year and implement that. And I think that for this year, because I'm excellent at ideas and what I'm going to do, what I should do, all of that stuff, it's the implementing that is difficult for me. So for 2018, I think my word is going to be do. When I come up with an idea, when I buy something with an intention of, oh, this would make like the scissor fob stuff or needle minders, not to buy it with that intention and set it aside for 3 years, but to actually do it. So that's my word, do. I'm going to do it. Me and Nike, I'm going to do it. Dax told me he's going to get me some business cards that have my title as doer. Taryn Verley, doer. We'll see. That's going to be my attempt. That's going to be my focus. I'm not going to try. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Anyway, thank y'all again. I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed, abundant, and all things good 2018. I try not to wish my life away, but 2017 has had some really hard things in it. We've lost family, friends, and 15 clients this year. I want it behind me. I want next year to be better. I want abundant health for all of y'all. All things good and abundance. That is my wish for all of you. Thank you again. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you here next time. Bye, y'all.